Hey, Miss W here. Now we're going to multiply rationals. And you're looking at this equation or expression and you're going, oh, I can't do it, Miss Witherell. But yes, you can. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of each part, the numerator, denominator, as each their own problem. So in this case, I've got 4 problems within one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see what factors. So I'm going to look at each numerator and each denominator and see what I can factor. So looking there, I'm looking at my 8x right here. There's nothing I can simplify there. So I'm just going to bring it down 8x. Okay, so that's done. I'm done with that. So now look at this denominator. Now I've got a perfect square here, but this is not squared, so I can't take the perfect square, the difference of the sums. So I need to factor out the GCF. And remember you did this for me last week or so? So then I have that. I took out a 9, so 9x divided by 9 is x. 81 divided by 9 is not 81. Glad I said that out loud. 81 divided by 9, because I took out the factor, is 9. So then I'm going to bring down my little times, and I'm going to look at my numerator here. So looking at x squared minus 81, well, I know that x squared is a perfect square. You can take that as x. And 81, the square root of 81 is 9. So those two numbers, because there's a difference, factors as x plus 9 and x minus 9. So knowing that rule really helps me when I'm trying to figure out how to factor. And then I've got one more denominator to look at. So I'm going to rewrite that over here so I have a little bit more room. So x squared plus x minus 72. Well, I'm working on factoring it, and I've got an x and an x. When this symbol here is minus, your second symbol, you will always have a plus and a minus there. So factors of 72, what multiplied together equals 72, but add to a positive 1. So remember there's a 1 there. And I have a 9 and an 8. So I'm going to bring that over here. I'm just going to rewrite what I did. Got my workspace over there. All right, so now I'm done with the first step. I factored each part. So again, like I've already did almost 4 problems. But now I'm going to see if anything on top cancels. Because remember, if you have like 3x over 3x, the 3's will cancel, the x will equal, and it'll be 1. So let's see if anything cancels. So looking at this problem here that we just did, I have an x minus 9 and an x minus 9 here. Got an x plus 9 here and an x plus 9 here. And that is all that will factor. So now I'm going to multiply straight across. So just to make it easy, let's just go straight across. So equals 8x times 1, or nothing there, is 8x. Got a 9 here I'm going to bring over. And then I've got an x minus 8. I have to keep that in parentheses. So there's my answer right there. So we canceled, we multiplied, so this is how you do it. So let me do one more with you, showing you how to do each step, because now instead of a multiplication, I've got a division. But if you remember anything about fractions, this division you change to multiplication, and then you flip the numerator and denominator. So let's begin, shall we? So let me look at my first numerator here. X plus 8 will not simplify, so I'm just going to write x plus 8. So that's done. Now look at your denominator. Okay, you've got x squared, so the square root of x squared is x. You're going to use that. The square root of 64 is 8. You're going to use that. There's a subtraction here. So this factors to the quantity x plus 8 times the quantity x minus 8. So I've factored my first set there. So that's done. So now I'm going to bring down my division, but remember I changed that to multiplication. I'm going to get rid of this so we can see just a little bit better. Change that to multiplication, and I'm going to flip my numerator and denominator. So my denominator is x squared plus x minus 72. I write that on the numerator. My numerator is x minus 4, so I flipped it. So I could have went ahead and factored first before I flipped it, but I just want to go ahead and get that flipped so I remember to do it. So now let's rewrite this equation. I've got x plus 8. I keep saying equation. It's really an expression. So any of my math friends, please forgive me. Okay, now that x minus 4 is not going to factor, so I'm just going to leave it there. So all I have to do is factor this. And if you remember, we just factored it. So I have x plus 9 and x minus 8. Okay, so I did my factoring over here. I did my canceling over here. Well, nope, I didn't. That's what I got to do next. I've got to cancel. So let's cancel. What's on top and bottom that will cancel? Is there an x plus 8 on the bottom? Sure. Is there an x minus 8 on the bottom and top? Sure. So now my canceling, I can't cancel anything else. So now I'm going to multiply straight across. So all I have left up top on the numerator is x plus 9. And when you put this in Desmos, or not Desmos, Delta Math, you have to put this in parentheses. Remember the parentheses. If I spelled that right. Remember the parentheses, otherwise it won't put in Delta Math correctly for you. So parenthesis x plus 9, and then on the bottom all I have is x minus 4. And again, I'm going to use parentheses, so Delta Math picks up and it looks like that. So that is how you multiply rationals. You're simplifying the numerator, the denominator, the numerator, the denominator, and then you cancel and then you multiply. The only thing is if this is a division, you have to remember to flip. So you can do this, you got this, and I will talk to you soon. Maybe. I'm still talking to you. Okay, now I got it. Bye.